Today I'm going to be talking about the research paper and finding sources for your individual research paper, as well as finding sources for your group presentation. Now remember, your group presentation is a group project, a PowerPoint, that a lot of the information that you're going to be finding for your paper will go with the presentation as well. But if you can see, I'm on the Kilgore College website. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and go to the library homepage. If you were wanting to find some books or some ebooks, this first search resource right here would be a good place to start. However, a lot of your sources are going to be needed to be online because some of you can't make it to the library or you don't live close to the library. I will say that the reference section of the Kilgore College Library does have a vast array of different sources that might be useful for your research paper, but you cannot check those out, and those are only available in person in the library. But primarily, most of your sources can be found in the databases, and it's so much easier, it's quicker, and it will do the works cited entry for you, as I'll show you in just a few minutes. But if you'll click on the word databases, that's going to bring you up to the Kilgore College list of all the different databases that we subscribe to. You can see that you can go in alphabetical order, or what's nice is the first time you open it up, they have it narrowed down to the different subjects. So if you want to go to literature and languages, and you can see that there are a lot of literature and languages databases. I'm going to show you my favorite one, which to me is the one that you probably need to go to first off, and that's Literary Reference Center. When you click on Literary Reference Center, now the first time you click on it, you might have a login screen. You'll log in just like you do with Blackboard. If you have another login screen after that, if it's a Gale-produced database, it's going to ask you for a dial-up password. We're trying to fix that glitch at the Kilgore College Library, but if you come up with that, just type in the word Texas, all lowercase, and that will get you there. But if you'll see at Literary Reference Center, I'm on a search engine. And let's just say I was doing a poem by Sylvia Plath, Daddy. And I'm going to type in Sylvia Plath at the top. And then I'm going to narrow it just a little bit more because I want just the articles on Daddy. When I hit search, I come up with 20 articles. I want to go to limit it to full text because it won't do me any good if I don't have the actual full text. And that's going to update it to 12 articles. Let's just click on the first one. Let's see what it says. This is a work analysis on Daddy. Has an overview of the poem, and it gives a lot of good information. So you would, of course, want to print this from your house so you could use it. If you are not at your house, you could always save it to a flash drive, or you could email it to yourself. But I also want you to note that whenever you go to this and you think you're going to use this resource, whenever it's time to write the research paper, you want to make sure you hit that Cite button. This is kind of a cheat method. Then you're going to scroll down to MLA, since that's what we use for MLA. And right there, I'm going to copy and paste that to my Works Cited page. It's already done all that hard work for me. So all the work that you're going to have to do by yourself in the MLA Works Cited practice is just kind of to get you to understand the structure of the MLA formatting, the Works Cited page. But once you actually use a database article, it's so nice because it basically is a cheat method. That right there is done for you. So that's what you would copy and paste to your Works Cited page, and then you would make sure all your different sources are in alphabetical order. Let's go back and let me show you how to find some biography information. So let's go back to the search engine, and let's say I was doing Langston Hughes, and I'm not really ready to write about one of the poems that I've chosen. I'm just going to do a biography. I just want for that paragraph in my research paper and maybe for my group presentation, I just want some biographical information. Then I'm just going to type the word Langston Hughes in biography. I'm going to click search, and there are 61 articles. Some of these may not be about the actual author, but this one is. It says from the Dictionary of World Biography, and it is a database article just on Langston Hughes. It even gives us a picture, and it gives us early life, his life's work, his summary. So this might be one that I would want to use. Again, once you click the word Cite, scroll down to MLA, and there's my Works Cited entry done for me. So if you're wanting to use Literary Reference Center, that is a wonderful database to use. Let me show you a few other ones because each one of them looks a little bit different within the organization and structure of it. Let me show you one of the new ones in the library, and that is Bloom's Literature. Bloom's Literature is probably one of the best places to go for a biography part for that second paragraph in your research paper. When you click on Bloom's Literature, let's just say I wanted to do mine over Robert Frost, and I want some biography over Robert Frost. There are quite a few different articles. There's actually 769 articles. And so you may want to narrow it down to his poem when it's time for his poem. But again, once you click on this, you'll see the actual article. And then this one doesn't say cite, it says citation instead. So you would click on that, make sure MLA is checked. Then that would what you would copy and paste to your works cited entry. Again, they have not indented this for you, so you would have to indent it once you copy and paste it. But again, all of these databases that are on our library website are wonderful tools for you. In your research paper, in that third paragraph that's about the format, you might not find any sources on the format of your essay, of your poem. That would be something that you would use from all the knowledge that we talked about in the PowerPoints and in the videos from the poetry unit. So let's say you did Robert Frost, Two Roads Diverging of Wood, The Road Less Taken. Well, you would tell me how many lines it has. Does it have a structure? Is there a rhyme scheme? Does it rhyme? Is there a rhythm? And if you don't have a rhyme scheme or you don't have a rhythm, really look at the literal structure of the poem. How many lines is it? Does it have any commas or punctuation marks? Does it have any sort of odd vocabulary words, or just literally what does the poem look like? And that paragraph may be very short. It may be only 3 to 5 sentences. That is fine. Some of you may have picked a poem that has a rhyme scheme and it has a rhythm and it has a structure, and so it may be you can write a little bit more about it in the format. But for those of you who have like a freestyle poem, it may not be something that needs a lot of sources. It may not need any sources. So realize that following through that guideline sheet, paragraph by paragraph, and again, any questions that you have, feel free to email me. If you're struggling finding sources, I can walk you through and help you find some sources. But again, go to those databases, click on the Literature and Languages tab, scroll through there, and start searching in these databases for your poet and for your poem. So I hope that helps.